Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spiritual Wisdom with Mary Jane. How are you doing today, Mary Jane?
Hi, everyone. Oh, I'm doing great today. It's so good to be with you again, Julie.
Yes, it's always nice to see you. So, today we're going to be talking about the law of attraction.
hmm hmm So, the law of attraction, this is very popular in many areas. Um, it all depends on how you view it and believe it. I personally see it as a spiritual journey and a way of really like a self transformation. And so that's what we're going to talk about tonight and how that works. And so when we talk about spiritual wisdom, we're talking about being able to receive this wisdom that's around us and within us every day. And one way to do that is through the law of attraction. So, what is the law of attraction? Well, the law of attraction means many different things, but I think many people may recognize it by the fact that it's what you think you become. Um, you know, you attract like attracts like, and this is all energy. It's just really plain energy, and energy is neutral. You could do this for a couple of times and feel your energy field. Do that a couple of times, you'll feel this power between your hands. That's your energy field, and that's kind of an example of what we're talking about. And we can influence that by how we view or desire something we want in our lives. And so, how does this work? Well, I'll tell you what, law of attraction is ancient wisdom. This has been around for centuries. You can find it in all the ancient texts. You can even find it in the Bible. But you have to understand it. And so tonight, I'm just going to bring it to you in a little bit of the more modern version and how I use it myself. And it was through learning this self that learning this particular way of doing it, which is actually the popular way right now with New Thought and the New Thought leaders out there now, is we do it through the heart. And when we do it through the heart, this actually causes a transformation within ourselves. So, how does this work? So, in very simple terms, without boring everybody to death with all the details, it also involves neuroscience, but it also asks you to step away from looking how you think of things. Because there is the science, there is the peer-reviewed research to prove everything that I'm saying right now. If you got a pen and paper, read Joe Dispenza and Bruce Lipton. They are amazing, where I learned a lot about this. But anyway, this is the energy of the heart now. We have for centuries been living through the mind. And the mind does not serve us because it's only telling us to do, to do, to do, to do. But the mind does not teach us or show us how to feel. And what we have found, what science has found in proving this, is that the heart has a brain that actually mimics the actual brain in the heart. Actually, if you want to get really nerdy, like I can get, every cell in your body has a brain, but we're going to talk about this tonight. That within the heart, what they have proven, and I'll tell you what, you can look this up under heart math, heart MATH, and you can actually see they recorded how this happens. And that is when you think a thought, it actually begins to change the synapses, the thought patterns that go straight up to here. So whenever we want to create anything wonderful in our lives or feel good about ourselves, we don't begin here, but we begin here. Why? Because the heart is emotion. The heart is feeling. And for centuries, that heart has been shut down. Well, now we have a very new rising of consciousness, despite everything going on. There is a raising of consciousness that, where does it begin? It's opening the heart. It's opening that heart center. So how does this relate to law of attraction? It's in a very simplified way. It's this way. When you see something that you desire or something you want, okay, so number one is always money, right? or great relationships, or how to, I want a new job or whatever. Begin with the heart. And actually, and what we do is, you can do this any time of the day. I first learned this driving home from work. Years ago, I would drive home daydreaming of doing this type of work. And voila, we're doing it today, along with a million other things that happen that way. So you have this desire. We'll do what everybody likes. I need more money. Well, there's a lot behind why we need money than the obvious. I need to pay bills, or I just want to have fun, go on a trip, But you take a second and center on your heart center. Just put your attention there. Just try not to be distracted. This can only take 2 or 3 minutes. And just see a light within you. And just feel that. And what's happening at that moment is you're connecting to your spirit, or what you may call your highest source, but you're connecting to something more powerful, and you're creating a union. And as you get quiet, you think about what it is that you see. So we're saying that we could use more money or financial assistance. So as we do, you see that money. You see the amount you may need or desire. And when you see that money coming to you. I mean, literally see it, visualize it. See how it would feel receiving that money. Okay, I see this. How could we see this money coming? You get a check in the mail, or you get a job that you've been wanting that pays you extra money. A bigger tax check, we have that coming up. But as a side thing, one thing I will tell you, very often when you go to manifest something, it will come usually in a very different, unexpected way. So that's just a little tip there. But see that money. See that money. If you want, bathe in it. See this coming into your life. Visually envision this. And then switch to, how does it feel to have this money? Oh, such a sense of relief. Now I can pay this off. Oh, even better, I have money left over to take care of me. I mean, make it big. Don't think small, think big. And then as you feel it, just be it. Be in that moment. It's here right now. You at that moment know it's in your bank account. Know it's in your wallet. You see that person away. It's happening now. See it now and become it. And what happens there? And then what you do is you hold that for 17 seconds. 17 seconds. Hold that thought. What I see it, feel it, be it. And hold that thought. Put as much detail as you can into it that makes you feel good. And then magic happens. But really, physically, it happens. The heart begins to relate to the brain these powerful thoughts.
Like sending a message.
It's absolutely, it sends a message that actually chemically changes your brain. And if you can do this like a couple times a day for 21 days, I can guarantee you before that, you will begin to see things begin to manifest. It could be as simple as finding a bunch of change one day and going, well, where'd this come from? And you stop and think, wait a minute, that's my abundance coming. This is how it always happens with me. There's always more than I think there is in my account, my wallet, or anything. I go, wait, I'm not questioning it. And so, but what happens, this also falls into our brains work according to memory and experiences. And so if we're always thinking we're in a state of lack, we create memories and experiences and thought processes that chemically are ingrained in us to say, I don't have it. But you can change that just by what I said. You bring in, one of my favorite things to say is, all is well. And recently I fell and hit hard on the ice. And my first thought was,
Oh.
all is well, all is well. Hurts like heck, but all is well. And I'll tell you what, I do believe that's why I got up and walked in the house. I had some boo-boos, but nothing compared to what I truly believe it could have been, because immediately I said, all is well, all is well, all is well. When we begin to think of looking at everything all is well, this signals the universe, this is what you're looking for. And you think with your heart. There is a very powerful mantra that I teach, and many of the people I know who do this work teach, and it's called the I ams. I, capital A, capital M. And why is that so powerful? Because it says that it is the actual tone of God or your highest source. So when you say I am, you are actually stating in the tones of the universe, you're reaching the highest source. So if you want to manifest something, you could do something as simple as this all day long. I do this all the time. It's amazing. But you can go, you settle in your heart, and you first self, let's congratulate yourself. I am a wonderful human being. I am a wonderful woman. I am a woman who deserves high abundance. I'm a woman who loves to experience the feel of abundance in money coming to me because I deserve it. I am seeing this abundance all around me. And I am feeling how good I feel. And when I feel so good about being taken care of, then I feel so good about me. And when I feel so good about me, I feel good about everybody. And what's happening, you then are becoming one with your spirit. You are truly thinking in the higher realms of spirit.
I'm just laughing, MJ. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I
love it.
I have to tell you this. Today on Facebook, I saw, you know how things show up on your feed.
Yeah.
Somebody had, and it's so funny you say this, and you and I are very in sync.
Yes.
Somebody had arranged their, you know how you have an iPhone and you have like your you have folders, you know, and you can put things in folders.
Mm-hmm.
She had labeled her folders like I am wealthy and put all her money apps in one folder. I am healthy and put all of her healthy apps in one folder. Can you believe that that happened? I saw that today, and then now
we're talking about it tonight.
And they were all I am.
Yeah, because the power of I am, you are speaking to the highest tones of the universe. And this is, when you begin to chant it, you can even say it within yourself. I mean, something like that is great. You can list it under health, money, relationships. But I'll tell you, one of the best ways to use the law of attraction and the power of I am is to feel better about yourself. Because the better you feel about yourself, the more confidence that you can build in yourself and trust. Believe me, doors open. Abundance will flow to you in just about any area you want. Now, one thing I do want to state about the power of the law of attraction is we must also know that things happen in a divine order or divine timing. Now, I have had instant things happen like that because everything was just right. But when we're talking about relationships, money, and that, let's put it this way, the universe was already working on it. But once you put that intention out there and you saw it and you believed it, all of a sudden, as they call it synchronicities, or what was called alignments, things start to align. And so, you know, we may have to get disaligned with your energy and that, but spirit is doing that because the whole time you're raising this vibration of, I have this wonderful abundance coming, or I feel so good about myself. I truly am a good person. And the right relationship comes, the right job comes. It's nice to feel good. This is really great for when you're experiencing days of ill health in it. And I can write a book on that. And I have, to be honest with you, this is what I use all the time now. So there's different things around it, but the biggest thing that makes the law of attraction work and also becomes an act of spiritual transformation and personal transformation is to use the I am, center from the heart. I am wealthy, I am this, I am that. I think some people are familiar with this story, Jim Carrey taught, who is really amazing to listen to. He's truly a spiritual person, funniest guy on earth, but deep down he's spiritual. And he wrote himself a check when he first started out in acting for $1 million. I believe it was $1 million. And he put in his wallet and put it there. And he says, because one day I will be $1 million. With divine timing, it was in work. Things started to happen. He had to go through some things. But 5 years later, he was given a check for $1 million by one of the studios to just start. And that's common for people who really practice this. And I can say this for myself too. Many things have happened to me because I believed in it. I said I'm it. But the biggest thing is, the universe and your body will always respond to, I am good, I am wonderful, I am deserving. And the best time to do it is when you're not feeling that way.
I kind of feel like sometimes things happen when I'm at, like having a really bad day. And sometimes I get excited. Like there's some point because I'm like, oh my gosh, this means something's going to happen, something wonderful.
Oh, excellent. You're absolutely right, Julie. I was just telling two people that recently. They're saying, everything has just stopped, going, heck, I don't know what to go. And I go, oh my God, this is exciting because now the big thing is ready to happen because everything is cleared out. You're just in this expectant stage. And that is the time to know, kick in the I ams. Right. Because, or all is well in my world.
But sometimes, let's say you're trying to get a job. This happened to me years ago. There was a job I really, really, really wanted. And I was like visualizing being there. I had the business card in my pocket, and I was trying to do everything I could. And I didn't get it. And I found out later it was not a good atmosphere to work. It was a lot of women that were not good to work with. But at the time you think, well, I tried everything and I didn't, it didn't happen. And you don't know right away why.
Exactly. That's not uncommon because sometimes the first opportunity isn't the right one, but it may be preparing you for the next one. So we always take wisdom from that. I have some very good friends who are experiencing where they are, actually, to be honest with you, they're in the business similar to what I'm doing, but they've always had their own businesses and something else or doing something else, and they decide they want to find other jobs. And I'll say, well, okay, but you're meant to do this. Well, how do I make money with this? The same way you did the first time. And nothing's happening. And one day a friend of mine called, she says, everything stopped. She owns her own business. She says, no phone's ringing or anything. And I says, what are you spending all your time on? And she said what she was. So I said, that's your pathway. It's creating space and time and thought for you to begin doing this. And she was like, what? I said, allow the universe, allow yourself to think big now. And don't think so small. Always think big when you want something. Just know that it may come on levels, it may come here and there, but it will be answered. And even at times, and it feels like it isn't, just keep saying, all is well. I'll tell you, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten like, okay, it's got a little long here in the tooth waiting for this. And then I'll say, all is well. And you'll shift and something will happen. I'm like, oh my God, it is kicking in gear. Try this with lost items. This is great with lost items. And the same thing is, you don't say I've lost it. I found it. I had to do this the other day with 2 pairs of earrings. I think spirit and my guides like to fool with me because these little tiny things fall off and I'll go, okay. And I say, all right, it's a game. Game on. I have found my earring. I have found this tiny thing. And I usually find it right away, or I'll find an item like 2 weeks later. And when I find it, I can't stop laughing. But I need to laugh at that moment. So life is good and spirit is good. And when we begin to believe in the magic around us, which all this is, magic is another word for medicine and to feel better too. We're changing something. So the law of attraction is something that it basically means we are changing our thoughts to a higher level of thinking and trusting, but trusting yourself, because when you trust in yourself and you see how good you feel, then you are feeling the higher spirit. Then you're feeling like that's when and you can do this in just anything. And it's one of my favorite things to talk about because I have experienced it. And I know you have too. We've exchanged many stories of what is called manifestations. So begin with the heart. And sometimes it might be a little dark. That's okay. That's okay. It's just light shining through the dark to help you through. But no, when we begin thinking here, it will change things here. Because I think I could be wrong. I think it's the vagus nerve that works through. But this has actually been proven. For those who would really like to know more about it, I would really urge you to read Dr. Joe Dispenza or Bruce Lipton, and they go into really great detail. Joe Dispenza, Dispenza, he's on YouTube. So there's a lot on there about, and he has some great meditation. Whew, talk about blowing your brains out. They're great.
Well, you can always send me links and I can put them in the description of the show.
I can do that. And I'll tell you another thing where we can send this to you afterwards is I learned a lot about this from, it was called Abraham. Some may be very familiar with that, some aren't. But it's the channelings of Abraham. It's called Abraham Hicks. And the woman's name is Esther Hicks. And it's a collective of spirits that speaks through her. And this is all they talk about is the law of attraction. It's amazing. And this is where I learned so much. And guess what? It's free on YouTube. It is all over YouTube. I have their books, but I've been listening to their years. I mean, it's part of my rotation of things. So that is definitely one thing that people can look at, that they can really learn from it. And they talk in an everyday language. And so I would highly recommend that. And their books are also on Amazon. And no, I do not get anything from Amazon. It's a kickback. I buy a lot of things from Amazon.
Well, I mean, even for people that have the Amazon affiliates, you maybe get like 2 cents.
Yeah, it's not really worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. And then this way you can say, I don't make anything from this. I just think it's good for you. And then people believe you more.
Yeah, I have seen it at Barnes and Noble. But to be honest with you, I put it on in the car, I put it on at night, or while I'm getting it on YouTube, I'll play it off my phone or something. But there's a lot out there, and it's wonderful. But I'll tell you what else will happen. You'll find yourself, as you think in higher thoughts, believe in yourself more, and connect more to your spirit. Hang on, the magic carpet ride is starting, because you will truly get more clarity in life and joy, and truly see the good of it.
When I was a very little girl out in the boondocks growing up, I dreamed of, I wanted to have my, I wanted to be Merv Griffin. I wanted to have my own talk show. And then, hello, Zoom.
Yeah, I it's the same thing. Living where I live out here in West Salem, Ohio, I always saw myself living in Amish country. That was 25 years ago. And even though I thought the odds of it are happening are small, I just loved it so much and thought about it. Well, guess where I live now?
Yep.
I live in Wayne County out in the Amish country. And that's just some of the things that have happened. And even out of rough things, stick with the I ams, or stick and believe in that better, all is well, because it'll get you through it and help you see the wisdom and to grow and trust and be more confident in yourself.
Now, when I was young, I didn't know anything about this, and I didn't know, it's like, and of course we didn't have internet, we didn't have anything. But I used to look in the mirror and I used to say, you just never know.
That's right.
And I used to always say the same thing. Just never know.
This is true. And this is, that reminds me, this is one thing that's such a positive way of expressing it. One of the things when you do say something, you want to make sure that you're saying what's happening. one of the reasons I get, well, it didn't happen to me. I go, well, tell me how you said it. Because, I need this money I don't have. Well, the law of attraction's hearing, I don't have. So if we petition for something, we don't keep praying for what you want, but you keep saying you don't have it. Because the law of attraction is it's neutral, and it's an energy that's responding to what you put out. So I always say, start this request with, thank you for the money coming. I am prosperous, and I am watching my bank account, because within 4 weeks, and I'll tell you what, sometimes that does happen.
And that is one thing I know is if things happen, you need to be very grateful.
Always follow up with gratitude. In fact, one of the biggest things I would say with the I am statements for the law of attraction is always include gratitude. One of the ways that they say to get centered in your heart is first feel compassion, feel peace, feel love, and feel gratitude. Those are the 4 ways to truly connect with yourself. And believe me, 17 seconds, a couple times a day, once a day. You do that for 21 days. Let me tell you, it will happen.
And it's free.
It's free. You don't have to pay for it. You might be paid for it. I mean, if you're pulling in money, you're saying, I need money. For my desire, So it's all how you look at things and everything. And it's just like your background there, Julia, all this sunshine and light coming in. Really, that's how it feels. It truly is. That's how it feels.
Yeah, I want to go running through the field.
Those daisies I'm ready to run through. I'll tell you that.
I'm looking for the Teletubbies, though.
Well, I got angel wings, so we put those on once in a while and take off. So
yeah, and I'm enlightened.
There you go. I like that. That's good. That's good.
I think last time I had hot peppers, so I'm like,
yes,
this is an upgrade.
Well, this is good because now I'm not feeling hungry the entire time.
Yeah, I found this one for you. So I'm going to use this for this podcast.
So, well, one thing I can say, I would like to leave everybody with a message.
Oh, yeah. So what are these cards you have?
So, I also do what's called oracle card readings. So I do card readings, for, people. And we're reading cards. In fact, I get together with friends. It's the first thing we do is we pull out the cards and everything. So the cards read about your energy. Well, these particular ones, okay, I gotta put the old eyeballs on right now. But these are actually what I was just mentioning, Abraham Hicks oracle cards. And here I'll show you what they look like right here. Might be backwards, not sure.
No,
you got it right. Okay, so I love these. And so today I was thinking, I'm going to pull these out. And so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to ask the universe, and as I'm shuffling, and I have little hands, so I don't shuffle like the card dealers do, and like the tarot readers.
Well, those are bigger cards than.
They are, and you always have cards that slide, and believe me, I have like 50 cards around here. But this is on the power of the law of attraction. And this is what I just showed you was money and the law of attraction card. So what I'm going to do is, as I'm doing this, and anybody can do this if I bought these off Amazon, is that you can get your own. And while you're shuffling, just think about, what do I need to know today about attracting more money in my life? Or what do I need to know today about what I want to attract? Well, today we're going to talk about money, since that's what it's about. So as we do, now we're just going to pull one card, but we can do up to 3 for today. So what is the message for all of us this week regarding what we need to know from the law of attraction to attract money? So now I'm saying, where do you want me to choose? And I'm hearing pull from the middle. So here we go. Got this one. Oh, okay. So money is not the root of all happiness. Well, look at this. Yes, I'm excited. Money is not the root of all happiness. Now, earlier, I think I remember I said there's a lot of times there's layers to the law of attraction, because especially if we want it to come to us, we want something to serve our highest good. And in looking at this as if you want money in your life, that's great. But let's think about what will that money do for you? You just say, I want it because I need it.
Right.
That's not serving you. But what if this money is flown into your life to more than fill your bank account or fill a bill or pay a bill, but to make you feel good about yourself? You earned that money.
Or maybe you could get a bigger house or
Or you need a bigger home,
right. Mm-hmm.
you know? But if we always want to pull in for our highest good. And so if we're pulling in for purposes that do not serve our highest good, which could be any number of things, I'm not going to get into them, but if it's strictly for a selfish reason or, harm towards somebody else or something, that's not what money does not buy that kind of happiness. Money can bring you security. That feels good, but you have to feel that security first. Money can bring you happiness, but as long as you can see how it will bring happiness by you're just feeling secure. Or how can I have this amount of money to give my family a better life? Or maybe I want this money to donate to a charity that means a lot to me, and I know it'll make a difference. That really, I know somebody for years, she ran a nonprofit, and every time she thought of that, oh my God, it was amazing. I mean, she would get it, donors just like that. So we don't want to bring money in just for the act of money. We want the experience and the joy of the journey is what it comes down to. And so I always know I'm in spirit. Look at this face, and that's a sign that we have visitors here. But this is a great card for that. And I will tell you, on these cards, I have a full explanation on the back, which I'm not going to read. I just did that into it to read, but which is common sense. But also on the back, they have these. So, there's little things that you can do to help you throughout the day.
Kind of like a more detailed 8-ball. Remember the 8-ball?
Yeah.
Magic 8-ball?
I love those things. Well, I saw that in an antique or thrift store down in North Carolina. I'm like, oh my God, that's where it went. I've been looking for it. But yeah, these are fun to have. And this is, I've kept these on my desk and you just pull one a day. And if anything gives you the confidence and just reminds you, or if you want, I'll give you a card reading for something else. So, but they're a lot of fun to have. So
now, don't you have a trip coming up?
I do. I have a big trip coming up in 2023. I've been asked to help lead. It's called an ambassadorship. I'm with May Hernan and Secret Ireland Tours. We are going to Southern Ireland, and it's called The Healing Wisdom of a Druid. And what we're going to do is be going to a healing center in Southern Ireland where we will learn from an actual Druid priestess how the ancient culture of Ireland. We're going to learn all the different things about the land and the earth, all of the very ancient wisdom, and really how to get to know ourselves and to bring healing to ourselves. We're going to spend 2 weeks in Ireland. We're going to spend days there at the healing center. Then we're going to tour Southern Ireland. And one night, and possibly two, I will be also offering healing and possibly a seance while they're on that trip. So yeah, we're leaning towards that right now. So, but it's an exciting trip. It's happening June of 2023. And for more information on that, join me on Facebook. I have all the information there under Mary Jane Brigger. And if you would like some more help on learning about the law of attraction or how to connect to spirit and to feel this transformation and to feel this law of attraction coming in, you can contact me for a reading at Messages from the Afterlife at my website, maryjanebrigger.com. Go to Messages for the Afterlife and you can schedule directly online. Always something exciting happening.
Amazing.
I have even more. I have even more to offer next time we get together.
But wait, there's more.
There's always more. Oh, there's always more, let me tell you. And always know that we have services here at the Healing Cottage here in West Salem, Ohio. Usually from Macedonia, from the Nordonia Hills area, it's 55 minutes because I lived up there for 15 years. So, but we also have healing services, Reiki, and private spirit messages here at the Healing Cottage. And you can find all of that online at www.maryjanebruder.com.
Wonderful. So we should probably tell everybody, I think the next time we're going to be able to get together is when I get back from my wonderful trip.
Yes.
So probably like the 21st of March.
Yes.
That's the Monday when I get back.
We have some thoughts. We have some exciting things, but if there's anything in particular someone wants me to talk about, they can let you know or email me at mjb@maryjanebruder.com. And I would love to know what you would want. I've been doing this a long time, so I know I can give you something.
But I knew you when you were just Mary Jane.
Yes, you did. I remember you and I sitting at my dining room table up in Sagamore Hills with that big old, my first laptop sitting there looking at you. You were teaching me social media and how to work that laptop.
And I also gave you the advice to use your name as your website name.
You did. You did.
Because, you know, you were going down many paths, and I'm like, you know what, no matter what you do, you're still going to be Mary Jane Brigger. So
that's it.
And that's like decades ago.
It does feel that way. You know, it's funny. I remember that too, because one time, because when I was doing, I used to do dental consulting, and I would travel around the country. And one of the things they always would tell us is, instead of saying the name of the company, they say we give your name, because one of the most beautiful sounds in the world is your name. And it goes right back to there. And I'm like, oh, I didn't do that. So yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, well, I feel great now.
Too. I love doing this. And as time goes on, we're going to be in different places too. I'm looking at, we'll be out in the Healing Cottage eventually, where we could look outside and as we're talking.
And you can tell the story of how you found it or how it found you. And, you know, there's a lot coming up with you.
We have a lot of exciting things to talk about and show you, but I also want to hear from everybody else. I want to hear what's, you know, we could even do a Q&A one time. Those are fun. I love doing the Q&As. So, but, you know, let Julie know or let me know, and we would be happy to present that on Spiritual Wisdom with Mary Jane.
Awesome. Well, it was so nice for you to join us, everybody. And Mary Jane, till next time.
Thank you, Julie. So
have a good week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.